Here we are live again.
Good morning. I didn't have enough time the other day to complete what I knew about the Cave of the Seven Sleepers. I wasn't prepared. So I was awakened the other night with a recall of how this all began with me. Many, many years ago, I picked up a newspaper, and it was talking about excavations and how over in Ephesus, because of the writings of Venerable Anne Catherine Emmerich, a group of French Vincentian fathers went in search of the Holy House, as described by Venerable Anne Catherine Emmerich, who's now saint. And in the environs, they found the house, and then it said, in the environs of Ephesus is the ruined Basilica of St. John, the tomb of Mary Magdalene, and the Cave of the Seven Sleepers, where, according to Muslim tradition, the final resurrection will begin. I went, what? And it said, it was put there, things are being restored by the Society of Ephesus. So I called the Society of Ephesus and asked for some information, and they sent me a little book. But when the book opened up, it opened up to a page, and it was a picture, and it showed the entrance of a cave, and at the entrance it said, also the tomb of Mary Magdalene. I went, what? And here's the story. According to tradition, in researching this, my friend called the Loyola College to do research and learned about the Seven Sleepers. But in the account, it said when they went to the cave to hide, they went to the blessed cave. Well, then it took a long time for me to understand why they went to the blessed cave, because this is in the year 200 and some. The reason it was called the blessed cave, because at the entrance of that cave was the tomb of Mary Magdalene. It's interesting, most people don't realize she took care of the Blessed Mother. And also it said in there, it spoke of St. John. When John was very old, he told his followers not to follow him. And he went down into it didn't say the same one, into a cave. He asked them to dig a pit in the form of a cross. And the old man went down into the cave and asked them not to follow him. Later, when they went to look for his body, it was not there. And every year, a strange mist hovers over the spot. And I always wondered about that one, because in the scriptures at the Last Supper, when they said, but what about this one, the one that laid his head on the breast of Jesus, which was John, Jesus said, what's that to you? What's that to you? Because they said, what about this one? And from that hour, it went out that that disciple would not die. Yet Jesus said he wouldn't die. That's what the news went out. But could it be because on the cross, when Jesus entrusted his mother to John and John to his mother, could it be that Jesus came for him like he came for the Blessed Mother in Ephesus? That's where her body was assumed into heaven. I always wondered if St. John, that's why, if you check it out, his is the only apostle where they don't have his remains. And I always thought that Jesus came for him because he took care of his mother. I wanted to add that to that because I was curious. You never think about Mary Magdalene. However, when I went online, there are 3 accounts of Mary Magdalene. France claims her, another place claims her, and Ephesus claims her. But I do believe the truest one is in Ephesus, where she spent her last days, because that is at the entrance of the tomb of the cave of the seven sleepers. I wanted to add that to my story. Kind of interesting, isn't it?